It's a West versus East contest here in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, as the Bulls play one at home. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Now, here's Okoro. Devin Booker missing his last shot.
Yeah, just powerful stuff from Vucevic.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. There is a clear game plan that Coach has in mind for Devin Booker tonight. He told me, quote, Devin doesn't respond well to getting doubled. You can't do it every time because he'll pick you apart, but we'll send the extra man his way more than once. That I can guarantee. Back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. Now here's Williams. After Jalen Green's miss, Latrey, and the Bulls, another three.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injuries.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, Stan, Kevin Huerter is a pretty big celebrity at his old high school.
Well, for good reason, Kevin. I mean, this is a guy who's risen to great success in the NBA. And so when he goes back home, everybody wants to be the next Kevin Huerter.
In textbook mechanics, make it look like it's going in every time. Booker, unreal. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Booker. 8 points for him. Driving inside. Yes, that goes in. Booker's got 10 points in the game.
Skillful make inside by Booker, able to find his spot for the finish.
Here's Giddey. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Booker. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Yeah, even though he was open, those leaners are tough to make.
Pass to Huerter. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 5 points in the game.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Now here's Green. There's the three. Rebounded by Vucevic. 1:16 left here in the first quarter. Giddey surveying the D. Pass to Okoro. Jacks up a three. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And Green gets it to go.
With his athleticism, Green plays a lot bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
Into the lane. To the right side. Launches it. Here's Vucevic. Good.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
Green inside the three-point line. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And because Green is able to blow past defenders, they guard against that, so he just stops on a dime and pops.
Pass to Brooks. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And here's Booker from the arc. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Keeping the defense honest. Can't be over-aggressive against Booker.
And he's good on the second.
3 shots.
And he nails the third.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
And it's Jerry off the drive. Pass to Dosunmu. That will count. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Bulls out front, leading by 5. From the United Center in Chicago.
17.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Phillips. That 3 off the mark. Here's the screen to the inside. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Count the basket.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
To the middle. Dunn left side. The 3. A rebound by Phillips. The Bulls leading by 6. Here's Buzelis. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Throwing it down, not necessarily Buzelis' game, but don't give him that much space. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Bulls making a switch here. And last season, Greg, Devin Booker became the Phoenix Suns' all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, he passed Hall of Famer Walter Davis to achieve that feat. Booker is a guy that wants to be a Sun for life, so I expect him to break even more franchise records. Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Nobody near Allen. Nailed from three-point land.
3.
Allen's got 5.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
And he's got the speed to get away from defenders. Giddey turning on the Jets there.
Here's Allen. Off target at the rim. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. They're great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Right wing. Pass to Buzelis. Play on the clock. Here's Giddey. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
For 3, Booker. Rebound by the Bulls. Okoro with it. No one near Herter as he lets it fly. Sinks the triple. Herter's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls. To end the run, the drive by Green, and Green slams it in.
Emphatic 2 points from Green. Great to see him being aggressive and not settle for jumpers.
Pass to Buzelis. That's Good, and so Giddey with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Buzelis. Booker outside. Over Giddey. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And brilliant play from Booker. Got it away in time before the defense could close. And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Here's Green. Dives to the hoop. And the layup falls. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And once he gets going, Green is a load to stop. Long, athletic, with a terrific handle.
Back to Okoro. And Okoro throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight.
So the wing on the left. Inside. Pass to Buzelis. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Chicago. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back to the action in just a minute. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. From deep, Herter. They get it again. Williams with the block. Booker outside. Shoots over Vucevic. And Green is right there.
Yeah, Green's motor helped him there, outworking the defense to get the ball back and finish.
The kick out to Williams. Down low. Here's Vucevic. Banked in off the glass. Vucevic has got 8 points. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, then that can be as difficult as anything.
In the corner, Okoro with it. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. 11 points in the game.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Back to Williams. Takes the three. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
This one for 3.
Welcome to 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us. Hi, everyone. Here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now here's Monk. DeRozan, left side. Back to Monk. Shot clock at 6. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And Monk has some real bounce now. When he's clear for takeoff, he's not hesitating at all before he launches.
Back to Kamara. And he drops in the layup off the glass. You know, in terms of Western Conference heavy hitters, Grant, we're looking at two of the biggest right here.
Oh, man, that makes this one a lot more interesting, doesn't it? You know, a lot of pride is on the line in this one, B.A. These teams will not be taking it easy on each other. He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
A bit ago, Doug Christie and I were able to chat. He told me that they've got one of the league's best lockdown defenders in Drew Holiday, so it won't be easy for us tonight. Coach went on to say that against top-tier individual defender like Holiday, the most important thing is spreading the points around and having a diverse attack. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Oh, and the jam by Levine.
Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
Well, a new era in Portland, Grant. Young, raw, and still finding their place.
Yeah, B.A., they've committed to growing through reps and putting in the time. The victories are hard-won, but a foundation is being laid.
Now here's Avdia, and there's the foul. It's on Malik Monk. That's his first foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And the basket by Holiday.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Up top, Levine. Pass to DeRozan. From the high post. Rebounded by Kamara. Portland leading by 4. Three-pointer Sharp. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career. Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Now here's Kamara. 5 points in the game. Back to Sharp. Off the outside. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Pass to DeRozan. And the ball Thanks for being with us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Here we go. Tip-off goes to San Antonio. We've had this one circled on our calendars. Two great teams with stars leading the way, Grant.
Oh, BA, tonight is what the NBA is all about. Elite teams with top-end talent. And that's given this game almost a playoff feel.
Vassell. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Here's Rollins. The shot that time not on target. Cornette with it. Pass to Vassell. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Vassell getting in there and grinding.
And so Trent will bring it up for Milwaukee. Here's the three. Drains the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
What do you expect to see from Gary Trent Jr. on any given night, Coach?
Well, look, BA, you're going to get a combination of good shooting, soft touch in close, and he can go vertical. He makes some spectacular plays.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Vassell. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Fine stand, Devin Vassell, a proven scorer, now with some experience under his belt. What do you make of him?
Well, he's definitely an interesting player, BA. The important thing for him is focusing on taking more high-percentage shots. But when you watch Vassell, it's easy to see why scoring comes so naturally. Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Here's Milwaukee. Trent outside. Over to the left wing. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
The block by Wembanyama, and he'll lead the league in that category numerous times when it's all said and done.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Now here's Antetokounmpo.
Look out!
Wow! Oh, my goodness! Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. He talked about how difficult it is to match up against Victor Wembanyama. Coach said the biggest concern is Wemby's defense. His rim protection is game-changing. But he told me that it doesn't mean settling for outside shots. It means ball movement and spacing the floor will be key. Back to you, Brian.
Thanks for that, Allie. Pass to Castle. Wembanyama screen. Castle misses. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Another miss by Antetokounmpo. San Antonio trailing here. And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped.
A minute 20 left in the first. Pass to Turner. And it's blocked. And that'll be Milwaukee's ball as it goes out of bounds. Bucks able to keep the possession. Antetokounmpo inside. Just 5 on the clock. Lets a floater go.
Great defense by Wembanyama. Not only does he have the length, he has really good instincts.
Cornette sets a screen. It's Johnson with a drive. Outside Wembanyama. Here's Castle. Rebounded by Green. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he packs it down right in the face of Victor Wembanyama.
For a guy his size, Giannis handles the rock very well, which makes him a nightmare for defenses.
It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, it's amazing to me, the creativity. Johnson showing out.
Antetokounmpo surveys. Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one.
San Antonio.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stat-wise?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Champagne's shot is off. Milwaukee leading by 3. Pass to Rollins. Now here's Antetokounmpo. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Now Antetokounmpo. Over Wembanyama. Antetokounmpo can't connect.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling. Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all. Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Rollins. Rebounded by Castle. San Antonio leading. And he dunks it down.
Showing how athletic he is. When Castle sees room for takeoff, he jumps all over it.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned."
Timeout.
Back to you, Brian.
They'll get there. All right. Allie, thanks for the report. And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Both teams deciding to change it up. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to Rollins. Down low. Here's Portis. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's Harper. As someone who helped make the game what it is today, what do you think of the modern NBA, Stan?
Well, look, B.A., skill level has never been higher. These players are the best that have ever played the game. We got more guys on the floor who can shoot the ball, more guys who can handle and pass. So the game is at its height. There is always going to be things that can be improved, but we've got to really appreciate what we're seeing in today's play.
The Bucks trail by 6. trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And here's Turner. Yet to see a basket. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Kuzma. Well, Grant, you got to give the Bucks credit. 9 straight postseason appearances, the longest running streak in the league.
Yeah, but 3 straight first-round exits. I mean, you could tell the boat's taking on water, and tough decisions are required.
And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild, but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up, and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click and slicing and dicing the D to pieces on the attack. Harper has a good feel for when to drive.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
And Turner with the block. And they're running. Here's Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Here's Wembanyama. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Stan, the big man, Victor Wembanyama, has set a new standard for shot block.
Yeah, look, B.A., we've had some great rim protectors in this league, but he can also do it on the perimeter. I've seen guys turn down 3-point looks because he's standing in front of them.
Rollins gets the bucket. There's 47 seconds left in the second. Pass to Cornette. Outside for Wembanyama. 4 on the clock. Wembanyama, effortless inside.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Pass to Harper. And here's Cornette from outside the arc. Kept alive. Here's Waters. And so the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so Anthony will bring it up for Milwaukee. 6-point game. Antetokounmpo. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
And I mean, how do you guard Giannis? When he's looking to score, sometimes you just have to foul him.
And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the 3-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, B.A. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and of course, controlling the boards.
Outside for Wembanyama. San Antonio moving the ball around. Champagnie shot is off. Bucks trail by 4. Trent on the wing. Back to Antetokounmpo. Over Wembanyama. Antetokounmpo, that's good. Antetokounmpo has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the mid-range is not a go-to for Giannis, but he's always looking to expand his game.
On the wing, Vassell. Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Champagnie. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. San Antonio shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. And we know how loyal Giannis is to Milwaukee. But trade rumors continue.
Yeah, it's just a reality when you have a superstar player, but not much of a title shot. The sense is Giannis deserves to make another run at it somewhere.
Stan, when you talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, would you say he's one of the most unguardable players ever?
Well, B.A.'s certainly got to be in the conversation. Besides maybe Wemby, we haven't seen anyone like Giannis when it comes to length and those long strides especially. Plus, he has that strength, too.
That one misses. And coach, some tough luck for the Bucks with injuries to their star players in recent years.
Yeah, well, last season, Lillard went down with the Achilles. Before him, Chris Middleton battled injuries. Even Giannis had his share. In this league, it's not enough to just be good. You need to have some luck, too.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Giannis Antetokounmpo is embracing his emotional leadership role. He said, before I was really serious and quiet, now I'm more vocal, smiling, having fun. It carries over. I love to lead by example, but I know that my voice carries a lot of weight. Back to you.
It sure does. Allie, thanks very much for the report.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Champagnie. From deep. The rebound by Turner. The Bucks trail by 7. And here's Trent. He's guarded by Vassell. Inside. Here's Turner. San Antonio with the rebound. Here's Champagnie. Now Vassell takes a 3. Good. And the assist to Wembanyama. Vassell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, nice shot by Vassell. Really good three-point shooting.
Kuzma, that's good.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Oh, Wemby with the deep ball.
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
Antetokounmpo with it. Picked up by Cornet. Anthony outside. Buries it down low. Anthony's gotten his first points in this one.
Well, Anthony knew the spot he wanted to get to off the pick and executed.
Vassell outside. Oh, Wembanyama making it look easy.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks getting another bucket right there.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Outside Wembanyama. To the left side wing. San Antonio needs to get off a shot. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
What a luxury having Wembanyama on your team. I mean, he can create anything out of nothing.
Anthony. Into the lane. Missed inside. Spurs lead by 11. And stolen by Anthony. Pass to Turner. Out to Anthony. Fires in the triple. Anthony's got 5 points.
Working off the ball. Anthony looking comfortable from that spot.
The layup misses. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Pass to Cornet. Outside Wembanyama. Now Castle. Wembanyama screen. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value. And nice to see him delivering. Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
Pass to Champagnie. Oh, and Turner with a block.
An impressive shot blocker. Turner's combination of size and timing on defense is so valuable.
Oh, he picked him clean. Vassell, right side. Now Wembanyama. Vassell, outside. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Turner. The Bucks trail by 8. To the paint. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Here's Castle. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 10.
Yeah, this is where Castle likes to find his points. Closer in to the hoop.
The kick out to Kuzma. Fires the three. He can't get it to go. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And part of what makes Wembanyama so dangerous, a big guy who can push.